Hi there, I'm Danny Flexen and welcome to this week's edition of FLEXpectations. We're here every Thursday at 4:30pm usually to give a preview of the weekend's boxing action. But as there's not a great deal going on, apparently Cole Frampton had a bit of an accident, had a fight with a concrete ornament and came off second best, which is the opposite of what he would have done if the Emmanuel Rodriguez mismatch had gone ahead. But we wish Cole all the best in recovery, of course, and we hope now he skips straight as he's indicated to a big fight, which I'm sure he wants to. We hope you get better soon, Carl. But there's not a lot going on this weekend as a result, and instead we're going to look at something else. This week we're going to look at the British Boxing Board of Control's annual awards, and specifically their Fighter of the Year prize. Now, just to give a bit of explanation before going through the shortlist, it works like the boxing season, if you like. So it's from September of 2018 to August, or the end of August officially, 2019. But obviously there's no more big fights happening, unless you count Campbell Lomachenko, which I think comes just after the end of the season. So they've already done the shortlist for Fighter of the Year, even though we're 4 months away from New Year 2020. Let's go through the shortlist, and then we can talk about who deserves to come away with the gong. Not there is an actual gong, I should point out, so don't get your hopes up. First of all, let's go with the two smallest guys who've been nominated. Small in stature, but not in status, if you like. Charlie Edwards, WBC flyweight champion. In the considered period, he has beaten Christopher Rosales for the title, which was a really good win. Clearly outpointed him, really good to see. But his first defence against Angel Moreno, while a bit of a masterclass on Edwards' part, has been kind of undermined a little bit by Moreno then losing clearly to Jay Harris at European level. Not the best challenger we've seen on British shores in recent times. So Edwards might not be one of the top three for this. Similarly, his great rival, Cal Yafai, doing things at super flyweight, but seemingly, even though it's quite a buzzing division, not fighting any of the better fighters in that division. It's about time he had unification fights. His world title reign has been a bit underwhelming, to be fair. I know he's got decent wins. Norberto Jimenez, I think, was the most recent. And Garcia, I think. Was it Israel Garcia? Or Israel Gonzalez, it might be. Sorry. But that just shows the fact that I can't remember isn't just an example of my terrible memory, but also the fact that it hasn't been a reign that's really set the world alight. And although he's regularly competing and winning at world title level, they've not been the best opponents, and it's not been the best or most dazzling of performances. Josh Warrington, now he has had an excellent year or season, depending on how you look at it. He overcame the odds to beat Cole Frampton in December, which was an excellent performance, one of the best performances by a British fighter in the whole of 2018. Really, really good. And then he followed it up by edging past Kid Galahad in June. Now, that was a bit of a drab affair and a contentious result. However, Warrington's probably the only person on the six-man shortlist who's beaten two world-class performers in or around their prime in the same period. So he's definitely the favourite, I would say, for the award. Tyson Fury, he obviously had the fight against Deontay Wilder back in December, which most people thought he should have won. Was unlucky to only get the draw, especially after getting off the deck twice. Great performance, but his only other contest included in the period was the one-sided mismatch against Tom Schwartz. So I'm just adjusting my position a little bit. So that was, an entertaining show for his US debut, good spectacle, but doesn't really stand up there as two world-class wins in the period. Similarly, Callum Smith, best win of his career in beating George Groves in the World Boxing Super Series final, and finally, belatedly becoming a world champion. But the flip side to that is his next fight was against an undersized and outgunned Hassan and Dam, who he destroyed in good order on the Joshua Ruiz undercard, but it's still not that second really, really good win to put him up there. And the other guy, who's probably the closest to Josh Warrington, to be fair, is another Josh Taylor, in the World Boxing Super Series. Won his semi-final over Ryan Martin, unbeaten American, although largely untested. And then won the IBF Super Lightweight title against Ivan Baranchyk in what was a great performance. Had a bit of everything. Skill, variety, but also grit and determination. And Taylor pushes Warrington close in my view. The only issue really is that Taylor, I would say that the Baranchyk win is probably roughly almost as good as the Frampton win, but the Martin win isn't as good as the Galahad win, based on their respective accomplishments. And also, although it's kind of a tiebreaker situation, Warrington had one fight on neutral territory, one at home. Both of Taylor's fights were at the Hydro in Glasgow. So there is, it's fine margins we're talking about, but someone's got to win. And for me, based on everything I've said, my top 3 would probably be Warrington number 1, Taylor number 2, probably Callum Smith number 3, maybe Fury, but probably Callum Smith. And Dam and Schwartz, neither of them are great wins, but Dam is a better win than Schwartz. And he did actually beat Groves. Although Fury should have beat Wilder, he didn't. Smith did beat Groves, so I would say Smith 3rd, maybe Fury 4th, and then the 2 smallest guys probably bringing up the rear, if that's an image that suits you. But I want to know what you think. Who deserves to win British Fighter of the Year? And remember, it's based on the season, so from summer 18 to summer 19. Who should win it and why? Let us know below. It'd be great to hear your thoughts. And I'll be back next week for FLEXpectations, Thursday at 4:30 p.m. And back with Reflections. Not sure what that's going to be about yet, but I'll give it some thought. Monday, 4:30 p.m. Also here on SecondsOut. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. Take care.